Time to go and have some fun. Check and see what's new. Probably nothing. In that 50,000 nanite hunt to upgrade my starship to a S-class, which should, I'm hoping, give me that other row of technology slots. Kind of allows me to finish clearing out some of this that's in my inventory. I went out and got me that wonderful brand new behemoth thingy back there in the background. I still haven't gotten that one, so a couple of exosuits and things that I still need. New weekly community research. It might be slow, but it's still one of the larger change-ups for nanites. I was wondering if they were going to end up initiating a way for us to upgrade our freighters with the same nanites, so that some of our less classy freighters get better. But you know, overall, it's still just another process into the game engine. It gives a little bit more movement, laterally wise, to continue to play the game. I'm still not sure how to get a full set of 5-star missions. Maybe that it's just what system you're in. Has anybody seen anything like that? You know, I'll be showing you here in just a second the kind of missions and setups and ships that I have available to me. I always like doing combat missions because I have a lot of combat ships. You know, 5-star ratings for a couple of sets, so that no matter which way I'm going, I can always have a good fleet. I do keep a couple of extra combat ships just to make sure whenever I warp my freighter into a system, I have assistance in case I get in fights with sentinels. Those guys are kind of mean. Some of the good things about this is, as you see, my ships are upgrading with time as you just continue to complete missions that are easy for them. Kind of pick and choose to make sure everybody goes through well. With some of these lower level missions, it's easier to find a higher fleet rating just using, you know, ships that are not normal for it. Some of the S-class ships have enough to fit into those slots, that 2 or 3 of them together with just one specified ship, and you can still make the fleet work. Nothing too important here. Just a lot of crap is how it ends up. Tons and tons of what feels like useless items. You know, when it comes down to it, because of how it seems like damage has been happening as you're flying. You just, as you're warping now, you seem to take damage, and having all these materials in my inventory means that they just get repaired as you go system to system. So it does seem, you know, like that was the point, that some of your cargo slot is always going to be set up for some of your more consistently used items. Being able to keep maps on hand in case you want to go to a new system and just boom, here we go, and we have something to do. Especially with the freighter now. Now I have noticed that some of the systems, and I'll go through, try to find a couple and show you, you cannot warp your freighter to now. They are all-star systems. Now, you know, when it comes down to it, in my ship, I've got the galactic scanner and the combat scanner already set up. So when you are searching out a system, it should give you information. Now, in the farther reaches of the galactic areas, because as you see, we're almost to the third ring out. If we are going away from the galactic center, I'll find one of them. I've been visiting them all the time. Make sure I'm still headed out. Here we go. All stars. It has no conflict. It has no information. So we're going to go and explore for a minute, right? This should be one of those very high sentinel areas. Economy data unavailable. Conflict is unavailable. 3 systems. It's being charted now. Doesn't say nothing about any sentinels on the first one. These are almost always guaranteed to have crap tons of sentinels all over. Gold is one of those, gold and silver, for making nanites. Always useful to have a couple stacks of everything. But here we go. We'll go out here a little ways. Get a little bit of a better look at the system. There's that other planet. Everywhere we're looking, there's no space station. But you shouldn't need a space station for your freighter. Cannot warp freighter here. So we go on. Let's go find another one. And these guys are all over the place. You know, you can land at the planet. They're usually, it seems like dead systems. There's not much going on there. So maybe in another update, those systems will be something specific. Is there a reason to go to these systems? Is there more going on? Can I build a base here and then warp my freighter in? You know, let's go find out. Because, you know, it was kind of cool to be able to drop off your exo suit to just about anywhere. And then be able to use that to farm. Is there anything that's not gonna try to kill us outright? Noxious planet. Maybe this is just an ugly star system, and they, you know, nobody came to do nothing with it. Airless is better than everything else as far as I'm concerned, because you're always going to have just the one function to recharge. Always set up with a little bit of oxygen. Couple hundred normally will work. And in oxygenless environments, there's still stuff to get oxygen from. Trying to see, I only have 31. Oh, but I got some batteries, so. Probably gonna hit it. Oh, they took that out. That's nice. A couple of them you could hit, and it was like there's nothing else you could do. Oops. I should have all the mats to throw together a little room and a teleporter pad or whatever it takes. No, I still can't bring the freighter here. Need more than just base construction, maybe? God knows. But just another one of those little interesting things about No Man's Sky. You know, that there are some things that, you know, not a lot of people have had a chance to still explore and learn about this game. It does seem that, you know, with some of this, there is a lot of search and try to figure out on your own still. Good news, you can still get out of just about anywhere. do a Nexus mission too. Well, these are pretty easy, but just a couple hundred nanites, I get more than that other ways. This is the only one that's really useful to me is for the Quicksilver. But it's still just to get that stupid living ship. It doesn't seem like it's very useful. I mean, not useful. It's great to have. Everything look great. You know, yada yada yada. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Where is it? Some of these are still really, really cool. I will eventually try to unlock some, but at the moment, there it is. I don't even think that this is now necessary, because along with your discoveries, you have the upload all option. But it is still great to be able to come in here and chill with everybody for a minute. I believe that this guy right here is still going to the fleet with him. The Minotaur craft, that's the one. Squid chips. Aha! We're off again. Great thing about this versus like League of Legends at a time like this is that, you know, after League and all the internet's been filled with everybody playing, shit, even streaming hasn't been very good. It kicked me off 3 different times for streaming a couple days ago. Alright, and that would be all for right now. You know, just a couple questions, see if anybody else in the community knew what was going on with those planets. These systems. whatever it's supposed to be,